And a very good evening, everybody. I'm John Cole. North Dakota's basketball reunion, the State B, gets underway tomorrow in Minot at the Dome. And tonight, Teton's second-year head coach Alex Herman, a Class B kid through and through from Tolna, his dad a long-time basketball coach in the state, talks about this year's field at the new Class B.
You know, I think it's going to be really interesting as we kind of see what the three-class system does. You know, even this first year, hearing a couple of different teams, and also kind of you also see that from the years there's been some, you know, some good basketball and very, you know, many competitive teams all in the same regions that have all kind of beat each other up, and you're kind of seeing which of those teams, you know, is able to get there to state. And I think already in this first year you're kind of seeing a little bit of some different teams, and also seeing a couple of teams that maybe had that, you know, that really big competition of who's going to be the one team to get out of that region, and now instead are awarded a couple of teams.
It's kind of like the Big Ten. It's kind of like become college basketball now.
Yeah, it is a little bit different with being able to get the, you know, to get multiple teams in there from one region, and that sort of stuff. And I tell you, it's, I think the, you know, whatever you want to kind of call those, the play-in or that challenger game that the state went to, something that Montana has done or does do. You know, like I was able to go down and watch those 4 games there in Newtown, and I mean that was a really fun day of basketball. Just being able to see those teams that have that one, you know, that one extra game, that one chance to be able to get to state was a lot of fun.
And they wanted to try to equal things up, and they really have. You know, you could talk about the scheduling all you want, but really I think it's worked out well for everybody.
Yeah, and I think too, you know, you saw a lot of it where, you know, maybe there was a pretty good rivalry from a team that's now in A and their rivals in B, or, you know, vice versa, but you still had the ability for those teams to still schedule each other, and you know, for you to still keep some of those really good rivalries, and also kind of be able to still stay and play, you know, a few more games still in your area, even though you might be in a different region, different class, and that sort of stuff. So I think it really kind of gives a lot of good things. And you know, the big thing is just trying to kind of see, is there something out there that can level things a little bit more, as far as with some of those different school sizes and that sort of stuff. And you know, with everything, when you have kind of that first year or those first couple of years, it's not going to be perfect.
All righty, these kids made it. The dream has come true. Bowman and our Redeemers, West Hope, Newburgh, and Edsley, Cullum, Montpelier, North Star, Lemoore, Litchville, I'm sorry, and Marion, and then Ryan and Sargent County. Well, this one's going to begin at the end of the hour. Montana State. Oh my goodness, the winner claims the lone ticket to get to the NCAA tournament out of the Big Sky. Boy, that's going to be fun. Here's State A now, and that's going to get underway in Fargo. And all the big schools that are in the B, they're now in this league, and this is where they belong, and going to be fun. Devils Lake and Valley City, 1 p.m. Grafton and Beulah, 2 huge B schools, used to be 245. Kindred's big. Kildare hasn't been there in 70 years. Del Ex, Burlington, and Shiloh Christian. That should be very fun. Well, I'll tell you what, LSU shut out the Bison 7-zip. Bison could only come up with 3 hits, but one of them, a kid from right here, Garrett Hill, playing in right field, got a base hit. So they fall 7-zip, and the Tigers beat them twice. They open up Summit League play against Omaha, and that will be on Friday. So good going to Mr. Hill. And folks, I want to correct a mistake that I made on Monday. We will be announcing the winner of the Mr. Basketball and Miss Basketball Award. That will be next Friday the 22nd. And the reason we're putting it back is because we have all the all-state teams that we have to get in next week with the 3 levels. So we will be able to tell you who won it next Friday at 6 on the Evening and Night Report. So we've had to change things around, and that's why it's going to be a little bit later, but it still should be great. Let's take a timeout. We'll come right back on the report at 10. We're live at 10.